Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Hedarsha. On behalf of Kalwas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have another very interesting topic, and I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker, who is going to talk about art of marketing, what are the new trends and approaches, and much more. So you will get the best insight about marketing and its uniqueness as we have an expert with us today in this session. So stay tuned because an amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. So before we start, I would like to thank the Kalwas for arranging such enlightenment session and for their support and providing such a wonderful platform. The aim of the Kalwas is to give you the opportunity to interact with the world-renowned speakers, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals and businessmen to share their views, experiences, and tips which will create an impact and will enable you to learn new things and to develop yourself in order to grow individually as well as to contribute to the world at large. As our slogan is come, learn, and share knowledge. So today our guest is very special person who has a great experience and exposure and multi-dynamic person. Let me introduce her formally. She has her master's in consumer behavior from Fauji Foundation and aspires to complete her doctorate soon in the same discipline. She has a vast corporate as well as the considerable academic experience. She has served in various industries from NGOs, logistic to telecommunication. She has published several international academic papers and has two impact factor publication and she has not even started her PhD yet. She believes that focus and persistence is the key to success apart from smart work. She has attended Philip Kotler's Marketing Summit where she engaged in insightful marketing interaction. Currently, she enjoys a high profile status of Business Development Manager for Namal Executive Development Center, Namal Institute-Mianwali, building that NEDC from abstraction to a full-on operative executive development center, coupled with her prior corporate experience, gives her the confidence to speak today about the art of marketing, how traditional and contemporary marketing strategies can be blended together to come up with a winning proposition to sell your business in today's unproductive and volatile market. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Miss Zahra Afaq. Welcome to the Kalwas platform and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hedesha. It is a pleasure indeed to be here. And thank you again for a lovely introduction.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As a reminder to the audience before we start, let me tell you about the format of today's session that Ms. Zara Fark will be presenting and audience you can ask the question from the speaker, but of course at the end of the session, if it has not been covered in the session, you can write in comment section or you can email us at info@kalwas.com. So let's get started. Over to you, Ms. Zara Fark, please.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Pleasure.
Before I start my presentation, uh, know that whatever I am going to be showcasing you in this presentation is already available on the internet in different books. What I plan to do is I plan to link the real-time marketing practices with this bookish knowledge, how, when, and why to use all these tools so that you can make your business worthwhile, right? So I'm going to be sharing my presentation. Know that this presentation is a helping aid and not a spearhead. Know also that whatever have I taken in this presentation is already available in different, you can say, mediums, be it online, be it books, be it lectures, be it videos, right? So it is a blend of everything. I hope you are going to enjoy my lecture. Let me first show you these slides, and then I'm going to start on with my presentation formally, please. Just a second. Okay, is it visible, please?
Yes, it's visible. Please carry on.
Right. So I have chosen the topic of the art of marketing. Why? Because marketing is not just an endeavor. It is an art. it is not what you actually market, it's actually how you market it. The ways and the tactics that you are actually going to use are going to make you stand out amongst your competitors. So for that purpose, the CEO and co founder of HubSpot, Brian Halligan, says that it's not what you sell that matters as much as how you sell it. Now, the how you sell it is actually the tactics and the endeavors that you put into your marketing strategies that makes it worthwhile and makes your product or business a unique selling proposition, right? So if you want to master this art, ask yourself that yes, I have a product, I have a service, but how will I market it? How can I do things differently when my competitors are selling the same things? How can I engage my customers, my potential clients, to buy my products or my services instead of going towards my competitors and retain them? So, this is exactly the art of marketing that we have to ace, right? Okay. So I'm going to start with very much the basics of marketing, so that the people who have a marketing background can refresh themselves, and people who do not have a marketing background can actually get an insight of the basics of the marketing. So I'm going to start with the types of marketing. You know what marketing is. Marketing is basically getting your clientele to actually buy your products. All your activities, all your engagements are directed towards giving out a certain message that ensures that your potential clients actually land at your selling space, whether be it online or retail places, where they can actually buy your products and increase your ROI, right? So, different types of marketing are first is consumer marketing, second is industrial marketing, third is service marketing, then financial marketing, then wholesaling marketing, green marketing, then we have sustainability marketing, we have rural marketing, we have social marketing, retail marketing, digital marketing, and direct marketing. But rest assured that these marketing types are not limited to just these, which I have mentioned in my slide. There are a lot of other marketing tactics that you can use. And rest assured that if you have a business, be it in the service industry or a product industry, whether it is a B2B or a B2C business that you are running, you can couple different marketing strategies, different types of marketing, to make a marketing strategy that works best for your business, right? For example, in industrial marketing, you can also use the strategies of service, financial, and wholesaling marketing. Apart from that, in retail marketing, you can use direct marketing or social marketing as well as financial marketing. So you cannot just bifurcate or isolate all these marketing types. You These all marketing types can go hand in hand, and it's up to you. Now the problem is that most of us do not know which marketing type to actually practice for our business. Here, you have to be very keen in your market research, and you have to be very, enlightened about your customer base. Through market research and through knowing your customer base, you are going to be able to, it is very much likely that you will be able to develop a sound marketing strategy that is going to ensure that the your potential clientele actually lands at your selling space, right? So I'm going to be going further ahead, and I will be telling you. Sorry.
Yes, your slides are stuck. Can you change it manually, please?
Okay. Can you see it now?
It's visible, but it's not moving. The slides are not moving.
All
Yes,
right.
now it's moving. Now it's moving.
So can you see the key marketing activities?
Yes, yes, please carry on, please. Thank you.
Uh, Marketing activities are a lot, but if we couple them up and make it a process, so we are going to say that marketing is a blend of processes that starts with selecting a target audience. See, if you have a product or a service that you are willing to sell in the market out there, you want to reach out to your masses. uh, First and foremost, you need to know who your target audience is, right? If you have a product that is meant for a group of, for example, demographic detailing, if we do, of, for example, iPhone, the latest version of iPhone, right? So we'll have to see what type of consumers basically use iPhones. So the demographic and psychographic profiles of the target audience is very, very important for us to map, right? uh, Target, or by target audience we mean those people who are actually going to be buying our products, and to whom we are actually targeting our product or service. For example, if you have a fast food chain and you are targeting that fast food chain towards people who are 70 above, 70 years and above, it is very likely that your restaurant or your online food delivery service is going to fail. So you need to select the potential target market according to your product attributes, right? So for your product attributes, you need to select a certain product attribute or a blend of attributes that you can actually connect to your target audience. For example, we are in a tech world, right? And all of us are using iPads, are using tablets, are using laptops and smartphones and whatnot, smart TVs, you name it, right? But if we are targeting these all gadgets to oldies, right? So how would we be able to sell it to them? How can we connect the attributes, the smart, the tech friendly, the internet speedy, and whatnot, to the people of so many older years who have not seen these type of gadgets for a greater part of their lives? So when you are going to be marketing such type of things, you are going to be selecting attributes of your products or your services according to their interests. For example, while marketing a certain laptop or an iPad, you can market a certain way that a person who is a 70-year-old man who is sitting beside a lake and who wants to read a book, so he can read that book sitting beside a lake on a tablet instead of going and buying a 170 or a 200 pager book. He can download it on his tablet, and he can read it right there and then, and become tech friendly and stay up to date with all the upcoming technologies that are related to that tab, right? So selecting attributes for advertising to your target market is very, very important. Then you can see that there is a lot of money that is spent on the design and packaging of the products. Why is it done so? uh, See, there are two types of consumer values that you experience as consumer. One is the hedonic value, and the second is the utilitarian value. Now, the utilitarian value is concerned with all the price related and attribute related specifications of a certain product, right? But when you talk about hedonic value, hedonism is actually very much connected to your experience, right? So it either gives you pleasure, or it really repulses you. So the packaging and designing is basically very much related to the aesthetics of your product. And aesthetics is in the end connected to your hedonism, your pleasure seeking behavior. So if a product without designing, proper designing and packaging is placed in front of a consumer, and on the second way, uh, a properly designed and packaged product is placed, hedonically, that person, that consumer is going to be directly attracted, naturally attracted to that product. Why? Because of its designing and packaging. All over the world, the branding, the logos of the products of your business, the packaging, the packaging, the outer packaging, the descriptions on the packaged material and everything, a lot of detailing is being done. Why is it being done? So that it is visually and aesthetically appealing, which actually adds to the value of the product itself, right? Once you are done with the designing and packaging, the advertising campaigning is the next step. Once your product is developed, now a marketer needs to reach out to his potential target customer that he actually selected in the first phase of designing his market activities. Now one has to be very, very uh, you can say smart in developing the advertising campaigning strategy, because one medium could work for one product or one product line, but the same advertising campaigning may not work for another, for the same business. So it is a whole new world where a marketer actually experiments and devises a sound strategy uh, to reach out to his target audience in the most efficient and effective manner. But okay, fine, you have designed your package, you have designed your product, you have selected the right target audience, but the selection of pricing is the most crucial part of a marketer's marketing campaign. Why? Because there are some products which in the eyes of which in the eyes of a potential customer may be underpriced, or for that purpose overpriced. So for that purpose, market research is very important in order to determine the pricing of a product. I have been talking hypothetically about all these concepts. I haven't given you a single proper example for now, right? I'm going to be giving you a live example, and then I will tell you how the pricing actually shifted the mindset of all the customers and actually increases the sales in a Pakistani consumer context. And then again, the product placement is very important, because if your product is not placed properly, then all the activities that you're doing otherwise will be futile, right? And then at last but not the least, once you have made sure that your product is available in the market, you need to ensure that your customer is engaged. Not only your customer is buying that product or service, but he also exhibits a repatronage or a rebuying behavior for that purpose, repurchase behavior for that purpose. uh, in a nutshell, uh, marketers want to bring the customers to a certain level where they can ensure that once they have bought that product, they will keep on buying their product for any reason, right? And for that purpose, marketing comes at the core of any business activity. Now I would want to tell you an example. uh, if you remember that Samsung, sorry, Nokia was a phone that started into the Pakistani mobile industry and took over the mobile industry somewhere 2 decades ago. And after a while, it went missing from the market for no reason, right? Nokia was specifically designed as a brand for mobile. If we see if we see other brands, for example, Samsung has an array of electronic devices other than mobile phones, but Nokia had its premium product in the form of mobile phones, and yet it diminished from the market. Why? Because of its poor marketing strategy. It could not market its phone and its pricing properly. Why? Because they were underpricing their high profile and smartphones, and they could not keep up with the global trends, and they could not forecast and foresee the upcoming trends and adapt to that. So when we see that they were selecting a particular target audience, but they were not able to relate the attributes of Nokia phones to their audience, which is why they were lagging behind. Their advertising campaigns were not as rigorous as Samsung, or for that purpose, Apple iPhone's marketing strategies. And then their pricing policies did not adhere to the expectations of their target audience, which is why we don't see Nokia anymore. The Pakistani, for example, if we talk about Pakistani market, the Pakistani market is being driven by two main names, which is Samsung and Apple. And these are both international brands, but Nokia is not seen to be anywhere. So remember one thing: these steps that I have mentioned may seem very, very basic, but they lie at the core of the marketing. And if done right, if they can take your product to places not only in the local market but also in the international market too, right? So we all know that what the four P's of marketing are. Uh, Whenever we market a product, we have to take into consideration four main things: the product itself, the the specifications of the product. For example, if you're talking about a mobile phone, how sleek it is, how tech advanced it is, what are its specifications, what are its features, the color, the combination, everything, right? So everything related to a product itself, every strategy, whether the screen specification, or the length of the phone, or the battery timing, or whatever, uh, comes into the product category. So this is the technical part of the marketing. When you will be marketing your product, you will be considering all the strengths of whatever your product has, and you will be marketing it in a way to glorify all those strengths and all those attributes that will make your product worthwhile in the market, right? Second is pricing. Obviously, we have discussed pricing above too. And then placement. It's not just placement in a retail outlet or something. It has to do with the location of that retail outlet. It has to do with the way it is placed in that retail outlet. For example, how it is shelved, how it is placed, how aesthetically that retail outlet is designed, so that the customer stays there longer to see your product placed over there and engage with it, right? And apart from that, the online presence of it, where should it be placed? I would like to tell you, for example, uh, let us take the trainings, for example. If there are any technical trainings, a business is actually running, and it needs potential customers to be a part of their training, to enroll in that training. Now the placement of the advertisements in those for those trainings is very vital. Now where are you going to actually advertise them? Where are you going to place them? Where are you going to make them available for the masses to see? So that is very, very critical and crucial. For example, if a technical trainings flyer or a brochure is placed in an Instagram post, it is very much likely that it will not be able to reach its target audience. On the contrary, if it is placed on LinkedIn or Facebook for that purpose, so it is very likely that the concerned audience is going to be able to view it, right? So an online presence is also very must, and it is very vital and very strategic for a marketer to see where it should be placed. And last but not the least, promotion, which is at the heart of the marketing. Until and unless you're going to uh, promote your product or your service prior to or during your selling and selling endeavors, and launching the product, you will not be able to reach out to your target customer, right? So, but the core of marketing is not just bound till these four P's. We have another set of essentials. For example, people, right? Now, when I talked about, okay, you should know your target audience. You should know who your potential customer is. Uh, the people do not just are not just limited to your target customer. People involve all those stakeholders that your business is related to, be it your human resource, your business is human resource, be it your wholesalers, be it all the middlemen who are engaged in any way to promote your business, your competitors, uh, your target market, of course. And then it also applies to the outer layer of your business, in which the laws, the rules, the regulations, the people who tell you that no, your business cannot succeed so and so way, the lawyers, the government policy makers, the influencers, the endorsers of your product or your brand. So all these people come into your marketing strategy. These people have to be involved and considered before you actually make a sound marketing strategy. If the people you are choosing are not the right ones, you're not targeting the right people, then it is very likely that with all the things that you have done so far, your product will not be able to be marketed the proper way. And then the processes, you have to streamline all the processes. How many middlemen are involved? How many sales force personnel are you engaging? How many strategic planners are involved in marketing your product? how many brand endorsers are you, which kind of brand endorsers are you, and through what process are you going to be engaging those brand endorsers or influencers. So this all comes in the processes. Physical evidence is obviously, if you are selling a service, you need to ensure a physical evidence through a website, through a selling point or whatever, right? And if it is a product itself, you need to display your product, be it online or offline. And then productivity. Okay, by productivity we are not talking about manufacturing. We're actually talking about the effectiveness of the whole marketing process. If everything from the product, placement, promotion, people, processes, physical evidence, if it is all streamlined, then it is very much likely that the productivity of your marketing strategy is going to increase tenfold. But if there is a lapse in any one of them, then it may be likely that your expected results may not come, and you may falter somewhere. But an effective marketing strategy always has its monitoring and evaluation processes. And over here you need to see that if there is any lapse in the productivity, then the monitoring and evaluation process has to be so robust that it can be seen, it can be triggered, it can be highlighted before you can actually uh, get into the lapsed product itself, and uh, you know आपका वो हो जाए, loss हो जाए, you have to be a loss. So in this productivity you need to see how you will be uh, efficient and effective you will be, right? uh,
Zahra, sorry for interruption. The slides are
Sorry.
stuck again. Sorry for
Okay,
interruption. Your slides are stuck again. Can you manually change it?
I can do it again, just a second please.
Yes. I think you should not make it full screen. Then it will be done easily. If it is not full screen, that it will move manually.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's visible. Please carry on.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, we were talking about the traditional marketing mix that we all study and we all exercise and implement in our daily lives, professional lives, खास तौर पे marketers. But the literature suggests that there is a 4C dimension to the modern marketing mix, which is actually a blend of all those 7 P's. So, first is the consumer, second is the cost, third is the communication, and fourth is the convenience, right? So, if I say that the 7 P's and the 4 C's, if done right, so it is very likely that a marketer will be very much successful in reaching out and retaining his potential customer base. लेकिन अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है, if there is a problem, then I was talking about the productivity, the evaluation and monitoring mechanisms have to be that robust that the problem is identified and rectified as soon as possible, so that there is not much harm, and the cost bearing is not much, right? So now I'm going to be talking about the difference between the traditional marketing versus contemporary marketing. Know that all I have talked about till now is traditional marketing. We all have been studying it. We all have aced it. We all have crammed it. We all have implemented it, right? Talked about it. But there is another thing that I want to highlight, and that is that our world is shifting at a very fast pace. Know that with the rise of artificial intelligence into the world, the global economy, uh, the rise of contemporary marketing is inevitable. We cannot just rely on the traditional marketing anymore. Why? Because the volatile nature of the international market, the ever changing upcoming trends in the international market have driven us to accept the fact that we have to engage in contemporary marketing to reach out a greater audience, to reach out a greater customer base. Imagine that, you know um, any product, if you buy it from Amazon, if you buy it from Alibaba, in Pakistan if you buy from Daraz, they are not just locally manufactured or consumed goods. They are internationally manufactured, internationally distributed, internationally available to all markets, and they are being sold on virtual platforms, right? So when we talk about the world being a global market, we have to take into consideration the contemporary mode of marketing. Now the main differences, I haven't talked I'm not going to be talking much about the differences. We all know what the main difference is, because if we talk about traditional marketing, smaller and medium enterprises exercise this traditional medium marketing, but it is not you know up to that. When we talk about contemporary marketing, multinational businesses are actually going for contemporary, which is a blend of different marketing strategies, be it digital and traditional marketing, a blend of both, or other marketing strategies as well, so that they can effectively reach out globally, right? So if if we consider the today's market, be it automobile industry, be it technology industry, be it medical industry, be it educational industry, anything, you name it, uh, to reach out a greater number of potential market, we have to exercise the contemporary marketing. Now one thing about the contemporary marketing is, a myth about it is not just you can say digital marketing. Digital marketing is a part of contemporary marketing, but we cannot say that it is only contemporary marketing. uh, Contemporary marketing is a blend of different marketing strategies. You could exercise an omni channel marketing. Omni channel is exercising different marketing strategies and different channels simultaneously to reach out to your audience. For example, you may be selling ads through, please hold on for a second. My laptop is low on battery. I'm so sorry.
No, carry on, please.
All right. So you may, for example, you may advertise your content through television advertising. Simultaneously, you could be running YouTube ads. For that purpose, you may have a website as well, and you may be distributing brochures or pamphlets through direct marketing. Now these are four ways of marketing your products, and it is a blend of different strategies, different marketing strategies, different advertising strategies, and this all comes into contemporary marketing, in which you are using both online and offline mediums. Now, this way, you can target a wider customer base, which is why it is mostly practiced by most of the companies nowadays, right? Okay, there are two different concepts that I wanted to talk about. One is creating a bridge between customer and business through gamification. This is co-creation, right? Through gamification, you can engage into co-creation by actually making content, making such engaging content, through games, through videos, through doodling, and different kinds of strategies where you can engage your customers in different ways, where you actually co-create with your customers, and then you can actually get sponsorships for your product selling, and then you actually reach out to your customers and ensure engagement, right? So this is a very, very different and a very interesting concept of content marketing, sorry, contemporary marketing, that is actually exercised not only by Volvo, but by gets pharmaceutical as well, from Pfizer for COVID vaccines, to toys, children toys. Their Toys R Us is also practicing all this gamification. Then through PUBG games, and through virtual reality simulations, you are actually able to co-create an engaging customer base, right? So this all comes into the contemporary marketing strategies. There is another very interesting concept called shared value, right? By shared value, we mean that uh, if I am supposed to market my product or my service, for example, if I want to add a flavor, add a cheesy flavor, a flavor that is used in fast food, to an Italian cuisine, right? Italian cuisine means if I want to add a cheese flavor to noodles, right? So I am going to actually give out an information and a message to the Italian cuisine market, that by adding this cheese flavor, not only I am going to be able to market my product, but your cuisine is going to expand, right? So it is a shared value concept that is going to create a win-win situation for both the stakeholders, the market, the competition, as well as your own business, that is going to benefit from it. I have given an example of Tesla, where it has built electronic gas stations, right? Electronic stations, where different branded electronic cars can get themselves recharged at different stations. Now, first of all, it is good for them if they are installing such stations where their cars can get charged. Now they know their customers would know that there is a station that is operating, and it is not an issue for me to actually get my car recharged, so I can buy it easily. Recharging won't be a problem. It is going to not only benefit Tesla, but it is going to benefit all those companies who have their electric cars, and the customers have bought those electric cars within that span of within that geographic location, right? So the shared value actually is a form of creating synergies amongst your competitors, to give them a sort of realization that I am here to help you, instead of just competing with you, right? Uh, it's going to add to their value too, but since you have started it, it's going to add to your value tenfold. So, this shared value is something that is being exercised worldwide, and we in Pakistan need to see to this as well. So, then there is another thing called inbound marketing and outbound marketing, right? Uh, these concepts are not new, but we need to understand that how and why we need to exercise uh, both of them in different situations, right? Outbound marketing is obviously, we have a product and we want to sell it to the customers, so we take our product and we tell them, that our product is worthwhile and you should, you know, buy this product. On the other hand, inbound marketing actually brings the consumers to your product. Your product is available and your customers are actually engaged and convinced such that they develop a need for it. They develop a need for it. How? I will give you an example. For example, a very famous, I think it is Safeguard, the soap, the hand wash company, right? Safeguard is actually doing an inbound marketing by, convincing the people that the germs are bad for health, and if you are going to use this soap or this product, this hand wash of, so you will be germ free. Another example is COVID-19 vaccine. It is here, but it has been marketed such that everybody has to get a jab. If not, we are doomed. So the customer base is actually driven towards the product itself, right? So there are some this slide is actually telling you that inbound marketing is basically the future of marketing, and outbound marketing will uh, not be able to survive on its own for long, right? So usually when we talk about digital marketing or contemporary marketing, we usually exercise both of them simultaneously, with a major portion of our strategizing towards inbound marketing. So we will be focusing more on the inbound marketing from now onwards to see how it works, right? Okay. So here I have shown you all the digital marketing different channels that are being used worldwide and are just being started to being used in Pakistan as well. Most of what we are already doing, but there are some things that we haven't started yet, are already a part of the Western world. And it's about time that we start marketing using these digital marketing channels as well, so that we can get to a wider customer base with efficiency and effectiveness. So, what is this digital marketing basically? Where it is a buzzword that is here and that is actually creating ripples into the marketing world, and there is so much being said about it. So, when you are marketing anything virtually through digital media platforms, be it search engines, social media, email, mobile apps, websites, okay, or artificial intelligence agents. So these all media used are through digital marketing, right? So how is digital marketing a problem solver? So see, if you don't know your audience, if you have a product and if you don't know your audience, where to market it, how to market it, and whom to market it, right? So this digital media, digital platform is going to actually help you out to actually pick your potential customer base. Usually in traditional marketing, you do it through traditional marketing research process, right? Going to people, interviewing them, asking them questions, whether you would like it or not, etc., etc. However, through digital marketing platforms, you can reach out to a wider base of people, wider masses, so that you can know that a specific number of people, a specific group of people are actually going to be interested in your product, and then likewise you will be able to sell it to them only, instead of giving out your you know uh, what is that called, your energy to people who are not even going to be bothered. Then if you do not know how to, and you haven't optimized your digital channels for search engine optimization, so how can this help you? uh, if your channel hasn't been optimized on the search engines, it is a very, very likely prospect that you will not be able to reach out to your potential customer, right? So it is a very, very good technique, a very good tactic, the SEO, so that you can reach out to your to your potential target market. For example, if you are selling football, or for that purpose sports shoes, and you have no idea online how to get to your target audience. Now, if there is a person sitting and he wants to search for, the sports shoes, and he types the word, and your company does not enter into the search engine optimization, then it is very likely that he is going to be missing out on your product. So, search engine optimization will be able to help you get to that person, because it is going to be visible to him and he will be able to see your products online. And then, if you don't have a social media strategy, digital marketing is actually going to help you make that strategy based on the metrics, based on the analytics, so that you do not spend time on wasted energies, right? And then, if your marketing teams are siloed, the siloing of the marketing team is that your marketing team is engaged in so many things, in so many directions, that you kind of lose track. Okay, so again, the analytics, the digital marketing is going to help your marketing team to be consolidated and be focused, right? Though the metrics and the analytics are going to tell you which product line is meant for which target base, which product line should be priced how much, which product line should be brought down, which product line should be optimized, right? So this way your marketing team is actually going to ensure that your digital media platforms are being used properly. And then, if you have to report those metrics, if you have to report those analytics to your seniors, to your clients, for that purpose to your board of members, through traditional marketing, mix, it is very, very difficult. For example, if you are showing a TV advertisement, now that TV advertisement is actually being run and being showed to so many people at the same time, but you have no data that is telling you how many people have watched that TV program, or for that purpose, how many people through direct selling have actually landed into a specific store to buy your product. But by online media marketing, since the analytics and since the metrics are visible, you can decide then and there what strategy to make, how to change your contingency plan, how to devise an effective plan B for your marketing product, right? So this is how digital marketing can be a problem solver. Then, I will come to the components of digital marketing, and I would not be talking much about it in this session, because it is just a basic session. Let me tell you that all these components of digital marketing, for example, paid search, SEO, and email marketing, they are proper modules and there are proper strategies, and each has its own importance and each has its own strategy and a proper way and a proper procedure in which you can carry this out, and has to be taught in a separate session. So I'm just going to be giving you a gist of it, that what is a paid search. Basically, a paid search is sponsored, right? Your ads are actually showcased on digital media platforms, for example Google, for example Bing, for example Yahoo search, for example YouTube, uh, and they're all paid. And if for example I am selling you my book, right, and I have made a paid ad on Google, until and unless you're not going to click on that link, I won't have to pay for it, right? When you are going to click on my link for the book I am going to be selling, only then I will have to pay for it, right? So I have attached a picture over here. If you can see that these ads are all paid ads. I have used Google for my online medium, and likewise there is Bing, and there is Yahoo too. So at the main page and at the side of the page, this is how these paid ads are visible, right? So these are different from the SEO, search engine optimization, links. And these are paid, and you can go on the links, and once you go on the links, only then I will be paying it. So this is, if you can see over here, for paid search, for PPC, we call it PPC, pay per click, right? So how does it work? I have attached a URL over here. You can go on this URL and you can see it is a very short video to give you a gist of how it works, right? So you can watch it later, inshallah. So second one is search engine optimization, which is very very popular, which is which you say that if you want to know digital marketing, you have to start from here. So if you see that search engine optimization is basically the process of making the content visible on the search engine, right? And for that purpose, the main thing is that you have to actually devise a proper content for it. Content may, you have to use the right words, the right messages. Until and unless your content is adhering to the message that you have to give out, you will never be able to optimize your message on the search engine. So you have to first develop the content, and then you have to make a strategy for it, how to actually optimize your content on the search engine. And obviously for every content you have to build a link, because those links are going to be visible on the search engines. And then you have to have a social network and ensure that your website is optimized, meaning your website is linked with your search engine, right? And on website may, you have to design it properly as well, and ensure that a considerable traffic is being directed towards your website. Only then you will be able to ensure the search engine optimization for your web page, right, for your business. And sitemap optimization and the hyperlinks that you create are also very important. And for that purpose, you will need a proper mechanism, proper strategy, so that once your website is built and it is linked on the search engine, it is ensured that through the right keywords, through the right content, it is visible to your target audience, right? So the art of search engine optimization is uh, available on this URL. You can see this. It is a very short 5-minute video that actually tells you how it is done. So you can go on YouTube and actually see how it is done. Acha. Then we have content marketing. We were saying that for search engine optimization, we have to develop a proper content. Now, by content, I just don't mean the text. The text is not just limited to content marketing, and likewise, but content marketing is also is also uh, it is it includes basically the sharing and creation of videos, the creation of different textual messages, pictures, doodle arts, and all that message related stuff that you make visible on either your website or your flyers or your brochures or your websites. So the content marketing is another domain, a very very thorough domain, for which you have to master the art. You have to know the basics of the content marketing in order to make not only a website but a YouTube video, an e-flyer or a flyer for that purpose. And you have to go through a specific process, and in that process you have to first align your content to your business. Whatever you are selling, whatever you are trying to sell on the online medium, you have to align that with your message. If your message is saying something and your keywords are not depicting your business or your product, then it is very likely that your content marketing is not going to be able to give you that specific result that you want, right? And then you have to get it audited. The audit is basically the content monitoring and evaluation system in which you will be known that your content basically is actually giving you the right results or not. And it is very easy on specifically social media and digital marketing analytics. They tell you right then and there whether your keywords or your web design or web layout, whether it is going to generate enough traffic that you want to or not. And then excuse me, then obviously the production plan. How do you determine the format? How do you determine to display all your content marketing related content, and the material that you have developed for your content marketing? It has to have a plan on how to be exhibited to your target audience. And then obviously the performance measures are taken from the metrics and the analytics that tell you. I have told you that before. And then you have to have a distribution plan in which you need to be very very sure as to what content is going to be showcased on what medium. The Facebook and the Instagram, or for that purpose any other social media marketing, the content for that platform is going to be a little bit different from the content of your mobile applications, or for that purpose your website. So you need to be very careful for that. And there is a whole module, very in-depth detail into these 5 steps as to how you can create your content. And then obviously, being more specific, we have social media marketing that everybody does to some extent. And there are 4 different ways in which we can do that. So the first being is that we need to choose the right social media platform. As I said earlier, that for a business, Instagram is not the right for a very very strategic business, for a big business, it is not appropriate, right? For an educational business, LinkedIn and Facebook would be considered more appropriate. for pictures and for your personal usage stuff, for personal stories, Instagram is going to be more appropriate. For controversial statements and negative or positive publicity, Twitter is considered more appropriate. So you see, your business, your content, and what message you have to send is going to be showcased on right media to attract your targeted customer, right? And determine your target audience. If you are selling a book, and you don't know what your target audience is, it is very likely that the wrong set of people, the long the sorry the wrong group of people are actually going to be coming to your website, and there are going to be no customer engagements because of that. And timing is very crucial. Obviously, traditional marketing also says that your promotion is very important. Now, promotion has to be done on a proper timing. If you are giving out a message at the wrong time, it is very likely that this message is not going to be accepted by the masses, right? And last but not the least, metrics. Whatever you are going to be doing, Twitter has its own metrics, Facebook has its own analytics. Likewise, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter have their own analytics. You can just go to those analytics and see how your posts are doing, which post is more popular, which kind of post is least popular, which has the most engagements, and which has the least engagements. So by those metrics, you will know how what is the the uh, you can say the right word would be the efficiency of your strategy, how efficient your strategy would be, how successful would you be into marketing through the social media. These metrics are going to tell you. Okay. Email marketing for us in Pakistan, email marketing is not considered that much robust. We still rely on traditional email marketing, but rest assured that the world has gone beyond the traditional ways, and there are different tools to basically devising your emails. There is a set of automated no reply emails that is being sent to everybody, yet they are very, very customized. For example, if I'm getting an email and advertisement about some sort of scholarship from somewhere, uh, it is a general message, it is a general brochure that I get from that company. However, my name is written on it. Dear Zahra, so and so and so and so and so and so. How is it possible? It is possible through such tools that actually control the extent of personalization of the emails and the generalization of those emails as well. So you can use emails to actually market your product to different customer bases too. So this HubSpot, Get Response, MailerLite, SendGrid, and MailChimp. These are some of the very, very famous email marketing tools which ensure that your emails can reach a number of people within no time. Instead that you email one person specifically at one time, the number goes up to thousands. It depends on whether you have taken a paid version of all these, or you're using a non-paid version of all these. So you can actually make an online marketing design to give out your message to these people you are connecting through the emails. So there's a whole world into using these tools through which you can email a greater number of people with efficiency and effectiveness. Okay, apart from that, the mobile marketing, as we already are using, all of us, this SMS marketing, social media marketing on mobile apps. Then there are in-app marketing. There are in-app marketing, in which in applications there are marketing messages, and then there are proximity marketing strategies in which you use Bluetooth and Bluetooth devices in your mobile, so that you can send one message to the other. You can fax, you can email using the Bluetooth technology. And then obviously location based marketing, GPS, where through GPS you can through GPS you can know as a customer or as a seller to where in a specific location can you buy or sell your specific product. So this is something very interesting, and it is being used very widely, not only globally but also in Pakistan. And then there is yes, there is marketing or automation. Marketing automation basically is an integral platform that ties all your digital marketing together. You are not using just one medium of online marketing at one time. You are using different online media marketing. You may have a website, you may have a Facebook or a Twitter account, you may be using mobile applications as well, and you may be engaging into proximity or GPS marketing as well. Now, uh, all of them have their own metrics and analytics, and they would be telling you, okay, Facebook is doing this much and Twitter is doing this much, and through mobile in-app marketing you are doing this much. But Marketo, Eloqua, Customer IO.io, Exact Target, and UserFox actually integrates all these metrics together, and gives you a holistic view of how all these simultaneously are working together to actually market your product, and how effective or ineffective it is. So with the concept of marketing automation, you will automatically know in a matter of seconds whether your Facebook marketing strategy is doing 60% lower than you were expecting, right? Or your Twitter marketing is doing more, right? So you will uh, you know twist your strategies accordingly. So it is a very, very good marketing a tool. Marketo, Eloqua, Customer IO, Exact Target, and UserFox. You can use these to automate your online marketing, right? And then last but not the least, marketing analytics. Basically, obviously, all the metrics and all they tell you, and they generate reports so that you can devise effective marketing strategies, and retwist your strategies according to your metrics. So how do we get get the data from? So we get the marketing analytic data from the website visitor data, customer touchpoint and event data, paid campaign performance data, customer purchase data, and email marketing data. So all the data and the metrics and the analytics, you can actually get your inferences from all these data, and then make sound and effective marketing decisions for that. So some of the analytic tools that are being used worldwide are Google Analytics, right? BuzzSumo, Crowd Booster, SEMrush, Sife, Eve, and Mixpanel. Now, if I had time, I would have taken you to these platforms and have shown you how these analytic tools work. But since we are short of time, and since this is an introductory session, so for now, I would leave it to you to actually experience and explore these analytics tools, and you would be very, very amazed by the power and the effectiveness of using these tools, right? So last but not the least, I have here a URL, a YouTube video that is a 12-minute video. And in this 12-minute video, I am going to be showing you, matlab, you can see for yourself that how different marketing strategies have been used, from movies, right, to ads, to different different messaging, uh, how they have been used to engage your customers, how online and offline media marketing have been working together to increase the customer engagement. It is a very beautiful video, different examples from Volvo to the HP printer cybersecurity issues. So I would really, encourage you to watch this video and know the power of marketing in this digital world. So with this, I would like to end my presentation, and I hope that it was insightful for starters. And let me tell you that all these things, all these contents, they are a sea of knowledge, and these require special and sessions to be heard and run across the digital marketing media, so that you can get an insight on it. And I hope that you enjoyed and it was insightful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Zahra Afaq. It was so wonderful presentation, brilliantly explained. The way you were explaining the things was so informative and was so engaging that I was highly engaged in your powerful content because it was full of the information and full of the things. I like your the slide of the key marketing activities and followed by the wonderful example of Nokia, which is very much relevant. And most of the time, our marketing faculty they used to give the Nokia example, brilliantly explained. And I like your phrase that the digital marketing is the part of the contemporary marketing. Most of the time, people get confused over it. So you explained very well, and most of the questions, around 80%, were regarding to the digital marketing. But your presentation was so powerful content that it covered most of the things. The people they have asked about the SEO and all these things, and your content was so powerful that it contained every things on that. If you allow me, we have certain questions which are very interesting question. I would like to ask you. There are certain myths. People want they want to ask you that is it true or what is your opinion regarding that? The first thing they want to ask uh, related to the traditional marketing. As a student, as a beginner, there's a general perception that in the first 5 years you will be in difficult position, but after 5 years you will be sitting in the office and well enjoying and would leading the team in the marketing. Is it true or not?
Okay, let me tell you that if you are into marketing, let me tell you, sitting in the office is not your cup of tea. If you want to be a finance person, go sit in the office. Okay? As a marketer, if you are a CMO, or you are a marketing executive, you have to be out there. See, I was reading this book called The Third Door, right? It was written by somebody called Alex, and this book was about his pursuit of finding out how all those big bums and how those all big people like Bill Gates and Steven Spielberg and all, na, these people made it into the business world. Let me assure you that that book was telling me all of them were at the heart of their hearts avid marketers, and they were out there. They did not sit behind their desks. So if you say, KG, in 5 years you will be sitting behind your desk enjoying your cup of coffee or tea and seeing your metrics, this is not going to happen. You have to be out there. And let me tell you the new ways of marketing and the new ways of doing businesses. You cannot do it behind your desk. You have to engage with your customers. You have to engage with your potential clients. You have to engage with your other stakeholders, for example, your competitors, your the middlemen and everything you have to. And one thing interesting that I got out of that book was that you can even do marketing while you are at any social event, or you are interacting at your vacation. So this is something very interesting. So if you want to be a marketer, just be out there, whether you are a marketing executive or a CMO. Yes.
Very brilliantly explained. Thank you very much. And that is the beauty when you have the academic experience as well as the industry experience. So then you can answer very well. And that's what we are taking advantage of your experience, and a wonderful answer for that. Okay, there is another myth that the people who are good at convincing are the right fit for marketing. Is it true or not, madam?
Okay. You cannot convince somebody in this digital age if you do not know the right tools for it. You cannot just call a person and engage him into your convincing meeting. You have to know all the right marketing tools for that. And your education, your expertise of negotiation and conflict management, your leadership skills, your knowledge of your market, target market, as well as your competitor base is going to come into handy when you are going to be able to when you're going to be convincing a specific clientele to actually buy your product or your service. So it's not just your convincing power, it's a blend of everything you have learned so far and more.
Yeah, very nicely said once again. So wonderful examples and references you have given. Very nicely said. Okay, Ms. Zara, we have another very interesting question that student wants to ask that does your personality counts in marketing? Yes, your opinion on that, please.
Okay, let me tell you something, that there are five main personalities. I think all the business students must have, studied those. So I'm not going to get into the details of it. Uh, Usually, marketers are outgoing, marketers are charismatic, and marketers are bold, right? And they know how to take the initiative. So there is this myth that goes that if you have these qualities, you will be able to market your product properly. uh, Let me tell you that I recently learned that leadership can be learned. Pehle, I used to think that leadership is a trait that is intrinsic in you. But in a recent, leadership course, one of a very renowned leadership trainers was saying that leadership can be learned. So if leadership can be learned, so marketing tactics can also be learned. So if I say that an introvert can be bold through practice, I wouldn't be wrong. And if he is able to convince through practice, I wouldn't be wrong. So in today's world, nothing is impossible.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
So
Very true.
yes. So it all it takes is hard work, persistence, and focus to actually get you where you want.
Yeah, very nicely said. Once again, wonderful message to them, and very motivating message you have given to them, that if you are hardworking and focused only, then you will be able to achieve it. And most importantly, I like your phrase that leadership qualities can be learned if you practice it very well. So that is what good recommendation for student. There is one another very interesting question, that is it necessary that you need to be creative in marketing in order to promote your product and services? Does creativity has any connection with the marketing as well? Yes, please.
See, creativity and innovation lies at the core of everything in the business and your personal lives as well, right? So let me tell you that if there is a relationship between two people, two friends, and and those two people do not innovate anything into their relationship, then that relationship is going to get redundant, right? If innovation is required in such a simple activity such as maintaining a relationship, then you can see that the relationship we are trying to build over here is of products, services with our potential clients. Imagine how crucial innovation is for marketing into that. So I say that innovation and creativity lies at the core of marketing. You just cannot do marketing without innovation and creativity.
Yeah, very nicely said once again. Okay, we have a last question because since we have a time constraint, that they want to ask that as an industry expert, do you recommend any marketing courses, short courses, certification or trainings? If yes, then please let us know what kind of courses are much liked by the industry, not academia. Yes, your opinion on that, please.
Okay, professional development courses into marketing. I think marketing analytics and digital marketing are a must-have, right? I say it on different platforms as well that digital marketing is basically the future of marketing. We cannot go anywhere without digital marketing, and every single person who is related to the business industry, be it financial, be it HR, be it IT, or be it marketing, he has to master the art of analytics, right? And marketing through digital platforms and courses that are related to all these marketing analytics, strategic digital marketing, the and then if you want to do specialized courses on search engine optimization, because we have job requirements in the job market today for search engine optimizers, for paid influencers, right? So for that purpose, if you want such jobs, because these are emerging jobs in the new market, not only worldwide but also in Pakistan, where you can work as a freelancer. So you can take all these courses and make yourself a certified digital marketer and go ahead. And but for that purpose, you'll have to practice it, because digital marketing cannot be learned without practice. And a lot of those things are paid. For example, PPC, pay per click, right? This is a part of paid search. Now for that purpose, you'll actually have to make a website. You'll actually have to work with somebody or some business that is actually engaging in it. So just a mere course or just a mere certification is not going to get you to become a proper digital marketer. You will have to practice it as well. So my suggestion is, take these certifications and then practice it hands on in order to get a gist of it. Yes.
Yes, very nicely said once again. Such a elaborative answer. And yes, we cannot live without the digital marketing era. We have to upgrade our skills and we have to work on that. Wonderful recommendation and tips you have given to the audience. It was so wonderful. Thank you very much for such wonderful question answer and, session. I would say that Ms. Zara Afaq, you have wonderful presented the topic, and it was wonderful to see that the digital marketing, along with the traditional marketing and all the things you have explained, particularly the importance and how to upgrade your skills, was so important. I love the way you are explaining the things, and I could imagine that how good teacher you would be in the classroom when you will be giving the examples of the industry as well as the bookish knowledge as well, because we need both of them because they both go hand in hand. So wonderful teacher you are, since you have been associated with academia and you are in the industry as well. So you have a wonderful blend experience, and that is very much visible, and we could see such a grip of and the command you have on your subject. It was so wonderful. Above everything, I liked the way your energy was so high, and you were in so flow that you were explaining things and things were coming out, and people were just enjoying your session because the comments were so much and there was bombardment of the comment that it's so wonderful, so informative session. It was wonderful. Thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation. So, what is your concluding remarks and your message to the world as teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, professional, and educator? Yes, please.
Are you talking specifically with relation to digital marketing, contemporary marketing?
No, your message to the world, whatever
Okay.
your message is, yes, please.
Right. My message to the world is that please don't stop reading. Please don't stop reading, because uh, reading is the eyes and ears of the world to you, and it is the only way you could connect to the outer world and ace the art of living. Until and unless you are going to read, you will never know anything about anything, and you will stay in your shell. And if you want to experience the world at its best, you should first read, then travel, and then whatever you learn from both these things, implement it into your lives. That is what I want to say.
Very nice, wonderful message to the world. And this is what I usually recommend to my PhD student and MPhil MS student, that please go for literature review, read what happened and how things are happening, so that you could have the understanding. Powerful message you have given to the world, that please read first, and then of course the traveling, because traveling gives you a lot of information, a lot of exposure, and then again then you can implement both of that. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation, for valuable time. We enjoyed a lot of your presentation and we learned a lot from you, Ms. Zahra Afaq. Thank you so much. In the end, I would say that indeed marketing is a very interesting field, and it is an art. You have to learn and you have to upgrade yourself. Do follow the distinguished guest speaker through her research work, and you can email her for future collaboration, learning, and guidance. She is very generous and is always ready to help people. Moreover, wonderful explanation and powerful content which a great speaker has already elaborated will help you to learn and develop your understanding regarding the marketing. Take advantage of all the information, knowledge, important tips, and suggestions shared by an expert. So that's all we have time for today. Thank you once again, Ms. Zara Fag, for your wonderful presentation. And I would also like to thank the audience who joined us. If you have additional question about the information shared today, please email us, or you can connect to the speaker directly through her email and social media account. Thank you all for your support and liking our sessions. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss any session. Until next sessions, take care of yourself.